Tales from the Middle East. The Horse Without a Master, from Yemen. One day, the Bedouin boy Tamad and his father were taking a rest in their goat-hair tent. Its black roof kept off the worst heat of the noonday sun, and they lay stretched out at ease on rugs laid over the desert sand. There was a noise at the open front of the tent. Sada, the boy's horse, thrust his head in under the cloth roof. Little by little, the horse edged his way into the tent, out of the burning sun. Tamad and his father laughed. This often happened, and usually they did not drive their favorite horses out of the cool shade. Sada knows he is well off wherever his master is, Tamad's father told him. I know a tale about a horse that once thought he would be far better off without any master at all. What happened to that horse, my father? Tamar said. It took place in the days when horses could talk, his father began. Now, this horse was not happy and gentle like Sada is. His spirit was wild. He wanted above all things to be free. He complained to the other horses. He complained to the camels. But the only answer he got from the animals was, "You are a fool, O horse. You do not know when you are well off." Then the horse complained to his master, saying, "What is the reason that I should have to carry you here and carry you there? Am I not bigger? Am I not stronger than you? A man is a poor weak creature compared to a horse. Why should I do your bidding?" "I am indeed smaller, O horse," his owner replied, "and I am not nearly as strong as you are. But you cannot do without me in the desert. Perhaps it is different in other lands, but the desert can be very cruel. I give you your food. I find you green grass to eat. I bring you barley and warm camel's milk. I even share my tent with you. I search out water holes for you, so that you will not be thirsty. In return for the care I give you, isn't it just that you should carry me on my journeys?" "It is true that you care for me," the horse replied, "but you also make me your slave. I am never permitted to come and go as I like. You put a hard bit in my mouth. You tie on my saddle with tight ropes that bite into my belly. You make me gallop and gallop until my legs crumple with weariness. You even ride me into battle so that sometimes I am wounded. Who gave you the right thus to take my freedom away?" "I cannot say who has given man the right," the owner answered. "As long as history, it has been so. Perhaps it is the Lord of heaven and earth, who made man the master. But if you are so earnest in your desire to be free, I will not hold you back." He took off the horse's bridle. He took off the saddle, and he took off the camel hair rope with which the horse was once tethered. With a whinny of joy, the horse galloped away. His master was camped in a grassy part of the desert. It was then early spring. There were green bushes growing on all sides, so the horse had little trouble in getting enough food to keep him alive. There was a stream of water in the riverbed nearby. He could drink whenever he liked. Oh, it was good to be free. But time passed, and summer came. Under the heat of the desert sun, the green grass turned brown. The stream in the riverbed became a thin trickle. At last the grass was burned up, and all the water was gone. Gone, too, was the camp of the horse's master. The other horses and the camels had long since been led away to a better pasture or watering place. The horse grew very hungry and thirsty. He went this way and that way, but no water or green grass could he find. The wild animals that roamed in the desert were hungry too. Foxes, hyenas, and lean, hungry wolves prowled in search of something to eat and to drink. One night, in the moonlight, the horse saw dark shapes creeping toward him. His keen smell told him the dark shapes were wolves looking for meat. With a whinny of fear, he galloped away. But hungry wolves, too, can run very fast. They ran more swiftly than the horse's weak legs could carry him, and they leapt on his back. Their gnawing teeth bit into his flesh. The horse kicked and kicked. He rolled at the sand. Somehow he managed to shake the wolves off of his back. He kicked at them madly and drove them off, bleeding and wounded. For the moment, he was safe. But he knew he would not be safe very long, for other hungry beasts were roaming the desert. "Alas, alas!" the bleeding horse cried to himself. "No bridle bit, no saddle rope, none of my master's battles ever gave me such wounds as the teeth of those hungry wolves. If only I were safe now in my master's camp! How happy I was there! Seldom was I hungry, not long was I thirsty. No journey of my master's ever made my legs as weak as they are now. I shall go seek him." "Did the horse find his master, O my father?" Tamad said. "I was not there, my son, so how can I say? But since we cannot know with certainty, let us hope that the horse soon found his master's trail. Let us hope, too, that his master forgave him and took him back into his camp."